Okay. There we go. I think the music should be good. Everything looks to be lined up. This needs to be behind. And where's the other thing? Spotify is not open, so I won't accidentally press something. Okay, so Twitch is once again acting up. YouTube looks to be fine. As you can tell, I'm at exactly gold. Also, we're not going to be using anyone else on the main feud today, so there's no Justin. Okay. I back in, see what happens. Raid Ranger mission, doesn't matter. We'll just collect boxes quickly just to have that done. Or at least get rid of them because they don't matter. Casual Tuesday will begin soon. Corruption Zone has a lot of damage to catch up on. Wow. Okay, that is actually bad. Okay. How do we do with this one today? Also, if you want to know, it's supposed the problem being... Okay. Hopefully tomorrow, I can get rid of the dental problem. It's the best description. I don't know how it'll go. There's nothing else I can do here yet. Still a while. Anyway, Adam's on the left, Zenaku's on the right, and season reset is in an hour and 16 minutes. Yeah. And let's see what we got here. Whether or not our opponents will be normal, we shall see. Twitch is still dying. It has lost 60 frames. 60% of its frames. What is wrong with it? The upload is horrendously bad, it seems. 200 kilobits, 600, yeah. YouTube seems to be on a good side for now. I do not know what is wrong with the Twitch connection. Zed. Okay. I get the scream to start. Okay. And then that happens. Nope. Primary Slaughter King spammed. So, beam! There you go. You can stay over there. No. Scream in your face. And this is just a dumb matchup already. This match is already going very stupid. Just with the way the blocks are appearing like that. And not to mention the way that one wants to act. Okay, let's see here. If you stay in my corner, you get hit. He didn't get to escape. But as we can tell, it doesn't get to properly land. And then he doesn't rotate. Great. Yeah, as I said, Twitch is for some dumb reason acting up. Anyway, as you can tell, someone actually can land their strikes. What happened there is, once again, it's related to travel time. Because the villains themselves also have another certain thing about them. You're not guaranteed to land this scream. They get hit by all 5 hits, but because of the recovery they gave him, Black Dragon cannot land the scream. It's too slow. So yes, when they land full screen, that's the only time it can land it. Because then the projectile actually fully traveled. And that's a very specific detail you need to remember. We'll start a backdash. And then you don't rotate. They spent 8 energy for this. Game? What just happened there? I stopped dashing. I think Kimberly just decided, yes, let's bug the system. And because of your flight hitbox, I'm going to shove the opponent. And then I'm also going to spawn and whiff. Because that's exactly what just happened. Spawn and then just whiff. That time it didn't. Okay, what's it gonna be? Aha. And great. All the damage in the attack. At the throughout the attack, not the end. Clearly I can't press a button though. I clearly can't press a button. Horrible start. I just need to get into the rhythm properly and actually remember what my attacks do and what I can try. Someone is not understanding the whole premise. If you're gonna click on this video, at least learn to read the title. Please. Slightly in pain, slightly normal. Still putting up with a character that it would be a lot better to just use Magna at this point. Especially since then I can actually use something fast. But yeah, the microphone, I don't know. I don't think it's acting up, but who knows. And here we go. Okay. Yeah, even if it queued up. And then ignored. Wow. Enough with you! Great. So, they will understand every time they can. They will just engage with the assist whenever it appears. Wow, you're actually skipping a lot of frames. No! Am I gonna be allowed to get my damage? Who knows? Yeah, wow. Breaker spam. Nothing but breakers. Nothing but breakers. And they didn't reset their energy there. Okay, game. Here we go. Because someone actually has rush down over here and can keep me away from them. Yep. There is no such thing as idiots. Unrelenting? That doesn't exist. The newest video is already recorded. I might end up editing on stream. And that's about it. I don't know if I need to just stop the Twitch upload at this point and reset it or something. And like I said, those don't exist, unrelating, because the fact that the main is actually strong. The difference here is actually playing it right or dealing with my character's problems. Being slow, being one of the main things. Think I'm allowed to press that. You can't delay that much. It's the damage, and the last hit once again gets the big hit. Going to delay it, and great. Okay. Only strength, the breaker trap. And look at that. A lot more range than how far my beam goes within that short time. Wow. Look how I'm pretty sure the beam touched him, and it didn't hit him because it likes to do that because it's not a hitbox. It's not a hitbox that moves forwards. Just for doing a backdash, it's way slower. And I'm just going to reset the Twitch side. I've reset the Twitch side, but it's still horrendous. Their servers are the things that suck. Yep. Okay. Once again, it's this guy. I only got one hit. That is a lie. I think it's two. Ollie. Okay, back to, once again, another assist. Wow, you just ignore it. Uh-huh. Wow, game. Yes, great. Yeah. Yes, the real original. Just enough. Give you a shake of the head. Yeah, Twitch side is just completely broken. Upload is horrible. 93% lost. And I even shrank the upload scaling to be smaller. Yep. There's no right to be stupid. Everything else is fine. Everything else is properly connected. Apparently the media player is acting up as well. But the difference is that one's just being stupid. And it's lying like it did a long time ago. The thing is playing the playlist perfectly fine. From what I can tell, there shouldn't be any issues on the YouTube side. So you guys can tell me that if there is one. All I know is it's not going to include a decent balance patch. That's all I know. They're 100% going to claim that the Kimberly change is all that they're going to do. And now we still are forced to wait even longer for a proper patch. Because guess what? It's the new year, okay? Think about it. Next thing you know, anyway, just decided, oh, let's just only do it for 1 year and see how that goes with the player numbers. If it doesn't change, we're not going to bother continuing. So we're going to keep killing every other character by adding a new one that doesn't do anything unique.
3, 2, 1, go!
So think about it. Next thing you know, that is what's happened. Okay, let's see. With this advantage, who knows what'll happen. Scream here, and great. So I can tell you this much, this advantage doesn't help me because it keeps getting blocked off. Every single time I try and press a second card, I get blocked off. Yeah, and I'll take the chance with that gap. And then Black Dragon staggers out of those. There's so many things that this character has technically unique interactions. And no, they're not. They're really not. You just haven't fully tested what you're required to. Yeah, we're not going to get anything on the Twitch side today. It's just horrendous. It has refused to fix itself. Completely. $84 upload? How about you quit lying? I have no connection issues here. You're the problem. Yeah. Could have easily been a balance patch for Carter. It could have easily been a balance patch for any of those ones that actually needed one, like Preston. But no, instead let's just change how Haley works and let's slightly weaken the
3, 2, 1,
Ninja Kimberly. Apparently that's the only thing they can think of doing. On fire. Yeah, Ollie. Who would have guessed? You're relying too much on even thinking about playing the game. Now, let's just press the let's just keep pressing the taunt button instead of actually focusing on their opponent. Yep. Yep. No. Yeah, okay. And then they never rotate at all. Now they don't want to rotate at all. Yep. Wow. And they can just recover. Enough! You can't dodge it! Yeah. We 100% know they wanted to get that Ollie assist because they're too reliant on something other than their actual character. Where was their primary slot that entire fight? Anyone? Anyone know? Apparently it didn't exist. He literally got a 1 cost increase and a nerf to his breaker damage. That's literally all that Aeon got. He continues on armor and he goes invincible during his super. Reminder, he still has a long range attack that can clash with anything because it's a projectile. So what Aeon is, he actually is able to function and do his job on everything. Maybe it may look like he lacks damage. At the same time, not really at all. Maybe you could say in what way. Yep, there goes the lag spike. That's one of the lag spike, but then it fixed itself. Yep. But we can clearly tell the point blank range for the attack as well is certainly something. Okay, back away again. Nope. What is he even doing though? He's just standing still for most of this. And then you drop to the ground. Okay. Aeon is completely unchanged from his launch, Tom, as a reminder. Completely unchanged. The only thing they did was literally change his damage and his cost of one of his cards. His speed is the same. And they even gave him the ability to stagger you to the corner with his super. Because if I'm not mistaken, because of... what was the problem that happened again? Like, they changed something about his hit reactions, I remember, for his super. But they didn't change anything in actual damage. Because there was a new bug that appeared. Now, I can't really say much about favorite characters in terms of actually having a favorite character. Technically, that's Black Dragon, but that's it. I have not seen enough to be attached to any personalities of the characters. That's the best I can tell you. In terms of playstyles, who knows? Wow.
3, 2, 1.
We already went over Leo last stream. He's literally just a different situation. His super needs to be adjusted for universal play. But don't change his super meter. Okay? His super meter, I have already pointed out that it's not the problem. Leo's super meter is not what needs to be changed right now. It's perfectly fine where it is. However, using it, the self-destruct, as I mentioned, needs to be a proper get-off-me tool. Properly only useful if the opponent gets caught in your corner. Give Sam his 50-50 back. He has literally the worst dash in the game. He has no reason to have no 50-50 with the incapability of actually moving against his opponent. To the corner you stay. And stop. So, do you have a regular block? There's the regular block. Okay. And up we go. He actually technically gets more damage based on my stagger distance. Dashes forwards. Time to the right. Yeah. Up we go. Yeah, he dashed and he still gets to be faster. Game rules enforced. Wow. Great. No defense! No. He gets all the defense instead. Crits. More crits. He got all the defense he could need to stop the stun lock. And then he kept getting blocked. Listen, I can press a breaker, but it's probably going to slow me down or reset my energy based on the timing. So I'm just going to block the arrows a second time. Gotta block the kick, block the arrows. If anything, though, I can hurt your ears. I forgot to mention this, that laser pull is technically among the fastest attacks in the game. I think I remember, did I read 15 or was it 18 frames? The difference is it's very short ranged. And in terms of what it does, Merrick's kit is the problem. Laser pull, he already has a super alongside a stack system. He just needs a proper adjustments to actually do his job. No. Scream. And beam. Yeah, because of the fact that you don't go invincible. Ninja Billy has armor. In the middle of the dash. The dash portion only. Not the punch, not the beginning. It's when he's completely invisible. He's technically got armor. Not invincibility, just armor. Great, that's all reaches. There's no way out of range of that. I have to just block. And then they get the most damage possible. Great. Yeah, still never gonna hit. No. To the corner. This is the only way I can reach them. Stomp is way too slow. Especially since the middle slot got blocked off. And once again, that specific interaction we just had there is just because they are a villain character. So the stagger was not as far, so I actually could land all my damage. Because yeah. Merrick doesn't go invincible when he activates his super. Aeon does. So they could do something very simple there if he lands the attack and goes invincible, but his regular kit needs to be updated. There's no reason to have a 4 cost, and that's he's only 50-50. Alongside a high recovery jumping breaker. Can dodge things! Still useless. Not only is its effect horrible because it's not even a breaker trap, you can't exactly combo with it into another breaker. And then when he goes to his primary slot, well, he gets nothing else from it. It just stops. No more health. Nothing. Either he doesn't have a block, or I don't know why he just stood there. Wow. Goes with that. Not allowed to press anything. Okay. Hey, decent. He just did a taunt dash. Good job. It didn't help him that time. Really? Ah. You didn't make it invalid. You only make a projectile invalid if you used invincibility. Unless you're Levi. You want to count everything? You want to count every state a character has been in, including non-bug state. I mean, including bugged state. Playable bug state. I'll put it that way. Because there were characters just outright kicked you from the game if you loaded a match with them. What's the question you want to ask there? Bugged state or the intentional state? Yes, Justin Super does do more damage than Sam. The difference is it's a breaker, so it actually also scales higher. Remember, Sam's super is just a super. So it only scales off of pure damage. Justin's is a breaker, so it also scales off breaker damage. Does more damage, naturally, and can scale higher.
1, go!
What Levi bug? I reduced the damage. I dashed. Being very weird with this one. Yeah, they all saw that. Notice that hitbox. Once again, something that should have landed. It's a single hit. It should not have that type of stupid problem. And you can still jump. Yeah. No. And the beam. Back away. Yeah. Yeah. No. Once again, still can't land that. Yeah. You will not hit me there. Yeah. Can't get rid of it. You can't cancel it. You can't get rid of it. Land on the ground. We're going to expect the breaker. We're going to take full damage. Because his is not distance-based. Wow, he had 4 energy. No, that doesn't mean anything. That Levi bug is very specific and likely other characters can cause it anyway. Not to mention, technically, it was a bug against Black Dragon for a while. Anyway, hello, Primara, or whatever it is. Anyway, like I said, you mean leaders, but what do you mean? Do you want to include bugged states or not? To the point that the character was still playable, but they were unintentionally way stronger because of a bug. Do you want to include that or not? And I wouldn't say bug, just horribly unintentional because they just included a new system. Hello, Fayez. Yes. Yeah. And great. Here we go. No, you will not. Still need 4. What do we have here? And it reaches. Works. Not allowed to press anything, but be aware you are currently in range. Okay. Be aware I have more energy than you think. Sadly, he has also. It's 5 energy for Delphine, and then he proceeds to do that. Continues. Another breaker. Another block. Great. Now you're just lagging! No, that was just... No. You guys saw the... No. You guys could see the mirroring software, so it decided to be stupid. No bugs, just the character. But that one's debatable. Because it was a simple answer if it was a bugged state. But that's about it. So steal before the last patch. Steel is not... What are you on? Megazord. I'm still going to say at all points, because of Ninja Kimberly's immense pressure on combos, we're going to go with Ninja Kimberly as the broken one. Before this nerf. She was the strongest at that point, because she could simply fly around. I know his existence, I don't watch. J-Man, Anu, I don't know, Anu asked about most broken character. In this case, that's about it. And great. Didn't even press anything. You can't cancel that. Scream in their face. Dodge that one. Can't dodge that. Okay. Again! Rocky. Yeah. Who would have guessed? It's always gonna be Rocky. And then you can just backdash and break the game. Yeah, be aware, Ninja Billy gets to have a backdash and go invisible for some reason. No. And look at that. Not trying to reset my energy, but guess what? I'm not allowed to land the attack anyway. Yeah. And remember the rules as well. Ninja Billy is apparently allowed to attack, dash a lot sooner than anyone else, alongside dash cancel. Yep. Great. Ignored. Who would have guessed? Tony, that's not how it works. No. Okay. Release Scorpina seems to be a close option. But the problem is that was not an intentional state. They did so that's going to have to count as a bugged state if you want to count as that. If you want to count Release Scorpina, then you have to count the first time they ever buffed Black Dragon. Because both of them were not intentional. One wasn't allowed to have infinite armor, the other one wasn't allowed to have so much damage. And Alarian was not as bad on release. She was cheap, yes. However, she is not the most broken compared to now. She was still slow by comparison. Her combos just lasted forever. And lean bow assist is the reason why she was broken. That instant breaker. Point blank instant breaker. No reaction allowed. Once again, same thing. Same thing, Fayez. I know of his existence, he exists in my server as well. But in terms of interaction, he only gets spoken to. I don't watch his videos. Wow. Oh, hey, look, someone's stealing the... Zed is stealing the effect. Zed stole the beam. Which means he'll probably spawn the projectiles again. Nope, not this time. Wow, Nala instantly queued up. Great. Enough with you! Headbutt! Digital Gamer, that is the other account, not the main. Also, yeah, the problem is that Tyzon was not strong at that point. By comparison, he still had his actual problems. Digital, Ollie is on the third ult, alongside technically leveled up on the other ult. This is the main account. And yeah, compared to it, Tyzon still lacked the ability to actually deal damage. It took a while for Tyzon to beat you up. He still has an instant 12-frame projectile starter, but the difference is he still didn't have that same thing to help him every time. Yeah, he knows. He learned. Congratulations. Only a zero-cost block can escape that. Yeah. And cheap. Cheap enough, because I'm not allowed to press anything against it. Dedicated strike slot, so what am I gonna do? Regular block. And you get 6 energy. Wow. Animation time at its finest. Yep. Long enough animations for Troy. Yet here I am, not allowed to land my tail whip from a brief, short extra distance. Yeah, okay. And not allowed to press anything there. Go ahead, press your final card. Game says screw you, you don't get it. They don't know how to play the game mode is why they can't release a new Megazord. Same usual issue I'm having with Black Dragon every time. I have no ability to engage safely. Every time I try and get close, I get knocked away. Every time. It's not that it's not really popular, it's the fact that every time when someone picks it up, they don't know how to play it because it's different from regular Warriors. This game literally has 2 different fighting game modes. And learning Megazords is not the same as learning Warriors. So a lot of people hated it. Hated it long ago. And then, apparently now people just want Megazords. Because they finally learned how to play, supposedly. Well, they don't. And no one knows how to play now. And they just want to see more Megazords. Also, as a reminder, this account does have Antonio. Literally, most of the legendaries are unlocked. But the difference is they're not leveled up. Yes, you can hate it. But for what reason? Also, Twitch looks to be fixed for once. And we need to restart the game. Okay. We're getting FPS drops.
Go.
You spent 8 energy? Yeah, we're still not allowed to see anything, though. We're not allowed to see anything. Yeah, every time he's spawning something, it's lagging. Great. Forced to do a restart because something can't be stable. Not even allowed to do it in the middle of the match, as a reminder. Okay, let's see here. How do we go about this? They were too high. No! Go to your corner! Again! No, they're ready. They were ready. Anything? Of course, it's cheap enough.
KO. You lose.
As you can tell with how safe some of the attacks can be. Now I have to be this thing. The restart. Yeah, as if you were allowed to just choose to get the character. Anyways, you're gonna have to be lucky or you have to wait. Always gonna be the case. So when Master Z, good luck with that. Yeah, so waiting for a counter, you can't total in Megazords. Learn to play. As a reminder, if you get hit in Megazords, just press another button that counters the button they just hit you with. Unless they're literally using an attack that outright is a single hit destabilize, you can just counter them back. If they're hitting you with a block, just press a breaker. If they're hitting you with a breaker, just press a strike. As a reminder, the game mode is different. If you're getting hit by a multi-hit strike, learn when you can hit them back with that's a different strike. You can interrupt people with another strike. Yes, Data Megazord 2017 is unlocked on both the ult and the main. South Africa. That's where I'm from. As I said, it's different and great. Stupid thing is appearing again, so I'm just gonna ignore you because you're useless. Your notification is worthless. You literally do nothing. I'm referring to the media player acting up again, claiming it's acting up. No, you're not. Stop being stupid. You're playing the music fine. I know its existence, I don't watch it. Leo. Yep, this guy was not found at all for whatever reason when using Black Dragon. Now he's found when I'm using Magna. Because why would it want to be normal? Huh? Why would it want to be normal? Okay, you're going back to your corner. And off we go. Down you go. I'm in range. Okay. Nope. Way too fast for you to do anything. Back to your corner. We're going to use the fast version so we can slam them down. It is literally... The only problem here is the fact that Magna is just a middle slot spammer. Just need to remember that. Use the primary for utility and poke, but most of the time you're just going to end up using the middle slot for damage. It's no different from Black Dragon, technically. Because utility is the only thing that his primary slot does. Makey, every character is not unbalanced when they get added. They're able to function most of the time, and then they're just incomplete. Max still is incomplete, with his middle slot strike being breaking the rules with not slowing down the game when he hits a breaker. And Joel is an example of a character that's not properly being play tested. And no, I don't watch cricket.
2, 1, go.
I don't voluntarily. Okay, let's see, yeah. Nope. Again. You're in the air. And again. What now? There we go. I got rid of it. And interrupted. 7. Of course you're allowed to recover like that. Uh-huh. Wow. Pretty sure they only made it a 4, did they not? Yeah. They only made it a 4. Prime, don't bother. I don't watch sports. There's your answer. Digital, there's not going to be bothered with that. There's no reason to. They gave her more damage, yes, but they lowered the super damage slightly, and they gave the breaker more damage. Don't bother. Digital, don't. The metal system is fine. It's just more like it needs to be properly adjusted to have something else. It is a joke, at the same time it really isn't. In this case, yeah, we're back to this guy. Nope. Once again, there goes the whole thing that they need to remember. Anyway. Pay attention! Pay attention! Okay. On backdash. They spent 3. What next? Can't even land the extra hit. Okay. Yeah, who would have guessed? The only counter. Uh-huh. Enough!
KO. You win.
No. Reminder they nerfed Gemma a long time ago. She did not need that nerf. Anyone that even played the character would know that she didn't need the nerf. I don't know. Just playing. I've got Corruption Zone to collect before the reset. So I just have to actually collect damage. If we get Elite, we get Elite. But we just need Corruption Zone damage before the rank down. There's nothing special about Lothar users. $33 minutes.
Three, two, one.
Yep.
Go.
Great. Poked him for nothing. Poked for nothing. Here you go. Miss. Ah, yes, he teleports backwards, so now the thing is invalid. No, he doesn't teleport that way. He just teleports invincible backwards, not dodging anything. Yep. Here we go. As per usual, just what to expect. Projectile despawn. Yeah, you can't dodge the thing at all. It's not a thing. Of course.
KO. You lose.
I'm not gonna have an answer for most annoying. There is none that's gonna do an actual problem. The free account stuff will be dealt with, but all of them are technically free. I don't know where you see anything like that. Yeah, you call the game a headache, but where have you actually tried? Have you actually tried to play it properly? Another Mystic Ranger doesn't seem likely yet until Nick is being taken care of. Just the thing to point out. Since Lightspeed Rescue doesn't have anyone special, yeah. They could have they added Joel and there was nothing that's, nothing really any better or worse than him. Because they all seem to be unable to do much by comparison. No. Middle slot got blocked off, so I'm just gonna have to take some damage to the primary. Get rid of this. No. They reset my energy, but animation time says I should be roughly fine. They don't pay attention. Okay, still nothing. Just waiting for a super, or what is going on now? Okay. Something happened.
KO. You win.
That a Thunder Tommy needs a buff. That we all know. And Blake. Yeah, just gonna point this out. His code is incomplete. Blake has always been he's supposed to have always done 4 hits on his middle slot strike in the super mode. He only ever does 3. There's a 4th hitbox, but it never hits. It's the reason why he does less damage in the super state. Because an entire hitbox doesn't hit. And anyway has refused to do anything about it. But again, being in the middle of your move is how you set the opponent on fire. And that's a lot of characters. That includes Leanbow or any of the relatively older-ish ones. Not the most recent, because they don't exactly let you have those types of things. They don't exist is the best way to describe it. That and technically Leo's I think is one of the examples. I got the energy back, but how much is it gonna matter? Yeah, as I thought. Okay, up we go. And let's see. So middle slot blocked off again. Fine. Catch them. Backdash so I can get some more energy. Up we go again. Taking the risk. Fine. It's absolutely worthless. Middle slot being constantly blocked off against the match. Yep. Yep, now he's able to actually do his job. But, yeah. Both of them being defenders doesn't help my situation at all. More health, more room for error. Yet my damage is worse. Ribbit Knight can get a simple fix, but they don't want to do anything about it. They fixed his whole strike failing to land in the air. That was not the problem. His primary strike was not the one that had that problem. It was his middle slot strike. And they still drop. Wild Force red? Nah. They will release more reds than anything else, but the question will be when. And it's probably within the next 3 characters. Will this guy actually fight back this time, or it's gonna be? They say cancels and then whiffs. Okay. Primary. Middle slot is still a 4. And wow. Someone doesn't want to rotate. Yep. 3 tail whips. Okay. Regular block. No. I have yet to see the breaker from them. Anyway. You can force them to use a block like that, but that's about it. Okay. No. And of course, you slightly move forwards in the middle of your attack anyway. Yep. No! Not in range this time. It'll strike. Hit reaction change on the first. Are you referring to Blake with that? Grab a knight. It's sweet, but then maybe that's it. Yes! Grab a knight could easily fix the problem of his kick. Multiple ways. Or they could just do the same thing as Troy. But at the same time, it doesn't work. Because the attack is too fast. That's his only instant combo tool. If it could be cancelled. Anyway, now it's the first Nick. And of all things, look at that slot lineup. Look at that. Horrendous. And actually retarded. You had no right to just throw a block in the primary slot, while the opponent can just use Nick from the very start. Yep. Because they just have to be allowed to have the best possible lineup for them. Yep. Wow! And look at that. Look at that. Instead of being normal, let's just put 2 blocks in the primary slot again. And you can shut up. Seriously. You have no reason to send that notification. You are literally working fine. Media players still saying, oh, we're having problems. Be quiet. I can hear the music. Everyone can hear it. It's still working fine. I wouldn't even say that's the problem. It's the fact that the game decided, let's just keep you away from your primary slot. Because we're clearly not allowed to do that. You're clearly not allowed to use it. Now, this utility, this strike slot, against someone who just starts with Nick assist. Now, let's just put a block there and not give them Ollie. It's not like that's their left assist. Ollie was their left assist. Remember, it gets mirrored. Yeah, the problem is classes don't do anything. You can think it's the best class, but Mastodon Sentry is an example. Mastodon Sentry is just an example. He gets block spammed. And yes, here goes Leo with his 4-cost fire. That gets to just ignore being following the rules. Because you clearly need to have extra fire damage like that. Yeah. It's continuing constantly. Resets my energy. Yep. I can lower the damage, but we'll see what happens. We'll see. Really? Really? Okay, backdash. Same thing every time. Yeah, Mega, the problem with it being that the defenders gain more blocks is most of their life. Anyway, has never revealed how their system of RNG works. Okay? Drakon is an example of a character that gets block spammed. And then there's many matches where I have an example of Black Dragon not getting a block, even when he uses 7 cards. I've spent 18 energy. 21 energy even. And I still didn't get a block. You think you get more. It's still luck-based. And it can tell you that you don't get a block at all. And then you get 2 blocks in a row. No, you get 3 in a row. Maybe even 4. And this goes for even attackers and balanced. You think it's more, but it really isn't. The game will just choose when it wants to be stupid with him. Yeah. Certain characters just do better when it comes to actually dealing with those types of things. Specifically, hit reactions, helping more. The risk, we all know it's gonna be next. Yep. Yep. As if that's been the case. I barely... Adosh, that is just... No. Just no. The game has not been around that long. At least Eric has a block attack. That's all he has. Nope. Corner you go. And here. You can stay in the corner. Back away. And great. And no recovery. Notice how they instantly chased after they hit me into the air. Yep. Clearly. And no rotation. Enough and great. Notice that. And you can just rush in, get a super attack. Yep. That's a strike. Cheap enough for everything. Go into the air. We all know they could just press something else. Yeah. Guess what? They could just keep flying and still delay it. Uh-huh. Clearly. Clearly been around for that long. No. We all know it's not going to do anything. We can try RJ, but remember the rules. How do you even end up in that slot, you stupid game? Can't load your assets correctly, can you? Yep. Once again, still can't level those up. Strike armor is worthless. Yeah. Even then, no. As a reminder, RJ is a side grade. He has a stronger super. You can claim that. He's still slower. They made him slow. They changed everything about how he needs to be fast. Guess what? We're going to fight an Oracle, and guess what now? We have to backdash because we're not allowed to hit them. Yeah, okay.
3, 2, 1, go!
All they did was make RJ slow. If you want to do anything fast, you have to constantly be moving around. And at that point, that isn't exactly fast. You're still waiting through the dash timer. And sometimes it can be predictable.
Perfect. You win.
But only if it lines up. At this point, I wouldn't even say that was the case. Once again, this character, RJ, has become basically stuck to... now we're even more matchup dependent. If I fight anyone with a fast strike, RJ instantly loses.
3, 2, 1, go!
Wow. Wow, game. Yep. Here we go. There that happens. Okay. Yep, and now you can get this super, and match is over. Because Nick's gonna refund his energy. He's gonna refund his energy and press his primary. As I said, primary slot.
KO. You lose.
Now, RJ, there are a bunch of characters that's specific matchups. It is about the characters at specific points. Certain characters do a lot better against others, specifically because dedicated strike slots can ruin breaker heavy characters. Or depending on the situation, a dedicated breaker slot and a dedicated strike slot is better than a character that's very breaker heavy. Simply you line your cards up and your energy regeneration, you poke them first, so you always have a strike. An example being that, how about I put it this way? You try and use Cassie against Bridge, you lose. You try to use a very breaker heavy character against Bridge, you're likely to win. Death Ranger against Bridge. Very much that goes to Death Ranger. There's an example as well. Because this character that I'm fighting right now, Death Ranger, has an actual 50-50 strike. So what I get is I get caught by their strike if I try to use it round start. And look at that. You think you're going to be allowed to press a button. Death Ranger just has a better middle slot by a long shot. Their 3-cost breaker is better than RJ's 4-cost. Just remember that. Wow, no rotation. Great.
KO. You lose.
Right now, the iPad is being used to play. But like I said, I showed at the start of that match, RJ is either completely negative at the round start if your opponent has anything that's fast, or even the ability to poke. So guess what? You poke once. You try and use your primary slot. You're either using a 60 frame attack or using a 39 frame attack. Most characters 50-50s or 23 frame. Roughly around there. So if I even think about trying to use the primary slot at all, RJ's just way slower than anything your opponent. And then remember this, they also sped up his middle slot transition into the uppercut. So just remember, he also gets less energy. They gave RJ less energy as well. So once again, matchup dependent. Again. The only thing that is literally a breaker trap. That's the only thing that is. Listen, there's a limited amount of roster available. I only have 3 choices that'll actually be consistent. Please do not bother asking about certain character requests. Preston is outright useless. Lothar, I'm not going to bother with. Magna Defender, Black Dragon, and RJ, the only usable ones on this account. Also, Alfredo, I did not even understand a single thing you said. And I'm not from Europe. The region is Europe. I live in South Africa.
Three, two, one.
Yep.
Go.
Nope. As you can tell there, once again, I got the primary strike that was going to get me caught by their strike instead. We go back dash. Okay. Great. Not allowed to block there. And breaker. Although you all know it's going to be the strike. Yeesh. We all know you just threw it into Google Translate. Ah, yes, the animation doesn't match the motion. Fine. Doesn't match it. Here you go. And we're gonna expect the strike. No. No strike. No strike at all. Ah yes, look at that! Slow. Who wants to guess something? What would have happened is if I had a simple thing called the shin kick. What would have happened? If I simply could still have the shin kick that RJ is supposed to have. Wow. Look what hits. Look at that. Gets caught by the super. I told you to shut up, you stupid crash troubleshooter. You don't need to be called. You have no reason to exist. Find and fix problems with Windows Media Player. No. There's no problems with the library. You can quit being stupid. Every few 20 minutes, it seems, or something along those lines, Windows says, let's bring up a new notification. You are having problems with Windows Media Player. And there. There goes the interaction I'm not allowed to press. Again. As you can tell. Anyway. There's no point in using the taunt mechanic here if I'm going to end up being the slower one anyway. Well, here we go. Okay, primary slot again. And there. What's the plan? Here you go. 1. Can't deploy. And again. Because it has it's called a mobile game. That's why. No one will care to look up the game if it's just found on mobile. It's a card-based fighting game, and that's all it is. But anyone that sees it will just say, oh, it's a mobile game, so they're not going to bother with it. Please speak English. I do not understand Spanish. Seven minutes. Okay, this should be the last match for now. But then we'll quickly claim the corruption zone and continue. All the only thing I understand from that most recent message from Alfredo is Mexico. Well, this guy isn't doing well either.
2, 1, go!
Yes. If he pressed his other strike, we all know I would get caught anyway. Now, I don't get to kick them in the shin anymore. That's not a thing. Kicking the opponent in the shin to be first, it does not exist. Yep. Okay. And they continue. Really? That's it? Okay. Yep. Okay. I can't even choose not to press that. And great. Yep. Great. Where's off the perfect frame? If I didn't press anything, I would... He gets the win anyway. If I press something, I would reset my energy. Well, at least we got a decent chunk of damage within 1 hour. I mean, TV keyboard. Roxy. We collect these ones just so we get max rewards before the reset. Nothing forever. Still nothing useful. Anyway, as per usual. The one that actually has damage, but no super. Less health than all of them, though. And plus, he pressed the block in the corner, so yeah, on me. Also, if I'm not mistaken, they actually gave him even more recovery on his Wolf Beam. But they slowed it down, and by comparison to the last hitbox, he has more recovery. They spawned the last hitbox sooner. When was the last one, Spider? When was the last one?
Copy that.
When was the last female ranger?
2, 1, go!
If anything, it seems likely, and great FPS drop. Great! Swap to Magna. Instant FPS drops again. Yep. Wow. No. Anyway, here we go. Let's see. What do we have to work with? We don't have any energy, but yeah. Let's see. What's going to be the card? Another sweep. You dash forwards. So, wow. Mirroring software is now being stupid.
KO. You win.
Was it though? Was Ninja Kimberly really the last one? Whether or not a Camille counts as a ranger is the question. She is a female monster villain slash hero. Yeah, well, technically that's the thing, Thomas. I would rather claim it as a weird situation. Similar to... I don't know. It's weird. Because when you dash forwards, it'll cost 1 extra energy and then do a bunch of extra damage. Only if you have that extra 1 energy. Otherwise, it'll just cost 0.
2, 1, go!
Great. Yeah, here goes a Nick that'll likely just do something stupid with his damage at the end. Here we go. Anyway, metal slot blocked off, so we can expect something stupid. Wow. Just great. You could use the pressure super or not. In this case... well, it didn't rotate, but it still works.
KO. You win.
Well, there's the ending. Yeah. At least I learned how to instantly pay out the things. For once. Yep. They start making them because it doesn't give them anything. The game needs to still work off of a profit, but at this point, they don't do that. They don't work with commons and rares because they don't help. They can be easily maxed. Useless. That's useless. And instead of being an actual useful offer, we get these worthless ones. Ollie and Nick only. Yep. I don't have a red assist leveled up, do I? No. Why would that be useful, Khaled? Give a reason. I have no right to be twisted. Ah, yes, a new BlueStacks ad. No. Yeah, problem with that, Khaled, is that's not allowed. Daggeron is banned. Remember. Exactly. Daggeron is still a frog. Yep. Can't be used until then. You're gonna be useful or useless? Mostly useless. Bronze box as a reminder. Okay, so there's nothing else. I'm not gonna bother with farming this thing yet. And I'm not gonna launch the other ult. What I do have is a recording I can edit. And a thumbnail that can be made. That can release tonight. Is it still supported, or do I have to update the window? Yeah, and that thing's still being retarded. Okay, we can ignore that worthless thing. Still trying to send notifications when it is clearly stupid. Let's see here. Do I have that window as a thing, or there's blue stacks, display capture doesn't do anything. At the same time, it won't matter. You know what? We can just use this. It's no different. No reason not to. There. Most recent video that was edited. Let's get rid of what we don't need. This video has already gone up. You guys, unless you guys didn't want to watch the challenge video, that is all it is. Drag that out of the way so we can add these. Yeah, that seems to be good. Alongside, now we just changed the thing already. Like at this point, this just needs to be edited. Just per usual. If you guys watch, it's a technical sneak peek at the next video. Be aware, there's a lot of skipping here and there after certain points, because normally I try to cut my outro to be not just me failing to say the outro. So that might exist. But the intro looks to be a decent bit long. I'll deal with that after. I'll deal with that at the end, basically. Let's lower the volume of it so it's not too loud. Gonna be mostly. I already know what I need to hear through the thing, so I'm just mostly dealing with the after just cutting everything. Yeah, but the difference here is you can see the wavelengths, or... And the first opponent's Leo. Okay. Yeah. You can deal with that. And then I basically... Most of it will just be trying to cut the thing at the right moment. And then putting the audio correct. And this, however, has to be changed to 6.1 now. There. Basically, that's the case. It happens every time. Beginning of the match.
Yeah, match.
And then we get to the next one.
Dash. That, after life finishes yours. You really need to bring your defense.
Main got stuck with worthless Ninja Billy, which we already all got her as a free unlock as a reminder. ult was Eric assist. So once again, worthless as well.
Just very dumb. Look,
Go.
you always wanted to not rotate, so you can actually get your combos with him. But if it's gonna act like that, then it's just outright just showing a different problem. Like, I'm not allowed to punish a block. Ish. Anyway, you're gonna get stunned here.
Right now, it's currently
It's just fast enough.
it's editing it at a lower volume, so the thing sounds actually a lot worse than normal. That or the microphone acted up. One of the two.
Well, other than failing to time my... to need a little more energy, just so I can prevent a self-destruct. Destruct. Okay, I think we can start.
KO. You win.
Okay, I think we can start opening boxes, but for no reason. One. I'm pretty sure I just didn't unlock that one.
Come on, seriously. Trying to get the frame, it's pushed in. There we go. And then I just take the sound and just throw it over here.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I've seen that name before. This one? No, just stop. Forever admission complete, but you really just smoked in the fight. Seriously. You can collect sleep. This nothing special. It's only enough. But now, anyway, yeah, let's just get back to that. To that. To that. Get back to that.
Yep, that should be fine. And then this happened.
And Oracle. Okay, so you technically have no blocks, but yeah, there it is. Found the problem. Yeah, great job, primary slot.
Great job, primary slot. I pressed the one card.
And okay,
just-
so you technically have no blocks,
And then that happens.
but
As I said, attackers. Someone asked about just play a different class or something, why they think attackers are better. There's an example of it doesn't mean anything. Either they didn't play for... Yeah, either they didn't play for a while, or that's just a metal dropper dropping when they really shouldn't because it's season 1 backdash, so they have to dash towards you. Just be aware because of season reset, we're about to expect a lot of people to just start dropping. No need! Season reset. You get rewards and you go down. You get rewards, you lose medals. The only reason to play is technically that, and then you get reset anyway. You would think they'd have created a hint for as the season resets happens every 28 days. Belt! Why do we have to see 3 Leos?
KO.
Double red, double blocks.
What
I mean,
does it
there's
say
supposed to
like
be
it's
one
not
in the. There's supposed to be
Strike,
a
but I actually
box
have a block
in the
this
mail
time.
for season reset, depending on if your rank was high enough.
Yeah, you have a strike.
Like for example, it's not a hidden thing, but this account is supposed to get a payout of a sapphire.
Ruby Death Ranger. Ruby Death Ranger. Okay. That's... Yeah, we can't get rid of the block. We couldn't get rid of the strike. The strike. Right.
No, that's just season reset amount. Whatever you were before that, like Crystal, you should get a reward in a box or in the mail for the box. Unless you were somehow just perfectly in the Zord graveyard, which meant that you're not supposed to have gotten a season reset. And at that point, you're just bad memory.
Yeah, wrong. I say that first correctly. And then I say, I have to crit, you know.
So apparently I like having idiots spam them. Rocky Assist is an assist that does everything, and yet they refuse to do anything about it. Same with Camille.
Get hit once, get knocked out. It didn't actually happen that time as
As I said,
badly, but it's clear that not allowed. Not so done, but that's another assist.
high level common. This. By just playing the game. Literally, the alt right here has not spent anything. Neither has any of my other accounts. It's just playing the game. One's in gold or higher. One's in
Object the match.
bronze
Matches. This is
or
main
sometimes
tournament
higher.
number 15. And
And the other one is now in sapphire, and who knows what the real max is now. So we can only see that when it's when we're done with that. Like, it's been less than a month. But it's about to be an entire month since the account was created. Okay? So, and this thing's ranking puts it into sapphire. The account ended up in sapphire, that is all.
yeah, let's just get back to that. So you technically just get back to that. And okay, so you technically have no blocks, but yeah, there it is. Found the problem. Yeah, great job, Prime Respawn.
Yep. Nah, as I said before, it's random. You saw some of the boxes drop, you can see what it does as well. Since there's no other legendary on the account, it is fully random at that point. And even then, who knows? You could probably make an experiment to just try and buy the 100 crystals epic box and see what those 40 epics turn into every time when you make a new account. How many does it even turn into at that point? That's the question. Okay, I'm just going to put it up to regular volume now. I'm going to need to make sure to listen to this. Look at what he said. Anyway. On to muting the music. Okay. And now we have to deal with the intro. Okay. I have to deal with this. I have to make sure there's not some random thing I don't need to include. I did not say that correctly. Once again, another fail of hello, as per usual, per every single intro. And we don't need that much time.
And welcome back to Lazy Wars. See? Well, it's actually very close. Well, it's actually Lazy Wars. See? Well, it's actually...
Okay, I thought that was an audio glitch.
Actually very close to the account's first season reset. Also, today we're quickly starting here because we've got 2 notifications that appear on the homepage, and then we got boxes. So, first of all, I did not participate in the Solar Megazord event, but it decided it wants to provide a score, a reward for that. Alongside, if I swap it to the next thing, there's the score attack that was supposed to be paid out. So, here we go. So this should be the Megazord one. So as expected, I obviously didn't participate in that. And then the score attack. Top 150 or was it top 250? Well, as at least gave some decent bit of legendary essence, but it cannot give a legendary shard. That's the one detail. So it's just Poisandra.
In this case, we actually have a few boxes. One, I dealt with the not backing down on Sunday. At the end of the stream. And now we have a Raid Ranger mission. So, once again, as per usual, throw the assist on the team. And we can try and avoid going below Sapphire. We need to just go back to what it takes to cross it. I don't think we can get to Ruby. If the win streaking says it can happen, it'll happen. But at this point, Antonio's not going to be doing that, I'm sure. But who knows? All I know is that we currently have raids that'll be appearing shortly, but it is end of season, so people are not going to exactly just start dropping. In this case, I think we'll just claim these boxes while they're Sapphire still. Nothing yet. Okay, still nothing special. That's 8. Okay, so still nothing special here either. And for the Corruption Zone boxes, we've actually got a decent one, so we can just play until 3 of them are complete. Now, Lauren can be leveled up, so I can get a bit more HP. And these... Okay, that one's useful. Antonio, however, doesn't have anything other than a 2% attack and 2% HP, so it's not needed there. Or Sandra has a 4%, so... I think we'll take that one. And a 4% HP here as well. Actually have the coins and the essence to do this as well. Okay, there. I may have decided to level those up, it seems. And now I don't have enough. Okay. Do I? No, there's nothing else. Except upgrade and assist to level 6. Right, now that was a comment. You know, why did I think it was going to be translating between epics and all those things? Still, if we can get this, we don't seem to be able to just get enough coins. But we will by getting the Corruption Zone boxes. Yeah, kind of. So maybe at some point we'll level up Lauren, and... Listen, you're telling me I can level these up, but we all know we can't, because clearly we don't have enough coins for that either. Still, forever raid, as per usual, assist can be Red Ranger, and in this case, Antonio's still gonna get hell. Get hell. Hell. Okay, now everything seems to be good. It's sometimes the intros can be long, but unlike most videos, I want to include the collections and other stuff of this account specifically. Some people might not like it, but I have not received anything about wanting to skip the beginning of these ones for reasons of we're trying to see all the rewards first of what this account is receiving. That's the whole point of why some of the intros are a bit long, but fair enough, I would say. It's the price to pay. Plus, you can always skip ahead if you want to, but most of the boxes need to be opened, and I try to include them on screen. There we go. All that is done. And now I just have to deal with a final part of it. Probably do have to get rid of some things here, but... Isn't enough! And all for the Marks of Light! There! Good interruption! However, you didn't get the crits that the Ranger Slayer got. We're gonna skip that, no one gets to see any of it. 500 coins, so do we have any ability to use anything here? Not really. We can get maybe some more damage the next time. If anything, we can get 4? No, 2% HP. Not great. Still only 2% there as well. Okay. For Sandra, armor, 2% damage, 2% HP. Yeah, I think we can focus Antonio. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm not gonna get 230 coins within a few seconds, so we can just someone did try and suggest it. Someone did try. We'll see what's remember, we can always just grab the car assist if it ever drops. There's no point in selecting any of them. This is just the cheaper version. So 100 crystals, and we get no bridge shards. It was pretty expected. Anyway, what's this epic that we can get? No. Still useless. Still useless.
Well, there, I got the few coins within a few seconds. There. So, for the next one, we'll have a slightly bit more damage. We can still level up that further. You know what? Zach, you can level up so we can get the next one ready. This at least gives us XP and we can skip the animation as well. And there, not to mention that one. There. We've actually unlocked him and now we just skip the animation entirely. Good enough. Good enough. What, can we do it anywhere else? Can we just... Rita, Trakina, Ranger Slayer. Not the right Ranger Slayer, though. Astronomer. Okay. Lauren. Let's see if you can do any of that. Older characters, however, I don't think Ranger Slayer is going to be unlocked any of these ones, so... Probably don't expect it. Or even Master of Century, because any recent characters is not going to appear on a talent tree. Or decently recent talent. Previous releases, before the newest character, will never have them on the talent tree. So Master of Century being technically within the most recent 20 releases, I think is the best way to put it, means we're not going to see him for a
Can't remember
while.
if that's the case, actually.
Maybe he appears on some other talent trees, but for today, I think we're done. Got the Corruption Zone complete. That needs to be started to be unlocked, and then we're just going to receive probably nothing useful because it's not even guaranteed an epic drop. Anyway, if you guys did enjoy the video, please...
Now, here's the thing. I mess up my outro quite a few times. I'm sure if anyone paid attention to it, you would see some skips here and there.
Give a like, comment if there is something you'd like to see, subscribe, and hit the notification button.
There. Tongue twisted myself.
And hit the notification button. And hit the subscribe.
Which I then just do this. That's just the outro anyway, so I shortened the video by not bothering with that. Oh, hold on a second. Did I break something? No. Okay.
And hit the notification bell. Don't miss anything. And hit the notification. And hit subscribe.
Now this thing can just cut. There we go.
And hit.
Once again, shorten it. The amount that I mess up because it's just a section I retry, which is basically those
subscribe
cuts.
and hit the notification bell. Don't miss anything. And you want to go. It's in the description. Memberships are a thing you can become one and have your through streams at the end of videos to receive the latest thumbnails as well as join the Random Ranger Alliance with priority. Nelson.
And then I failed the final part of it.
Nice.
So
anyway, priority.
So I'm just going to drag these to over here. Once again, skip a bit, but still have the pacing be the way I need it to be.
Priority. Anyway, also in the next Power Rangers video. Goodbye.
Wait for the hand to drop, and then cut. There. So everything's cut now. Now I just have to organize this one. Crystals are weird. It'll take time to collect, but just complete your boxes most of the time. Not backing down is 28 crystals, and early on you can get a decent chunk of them by just completing achievements. Okay, let's throw Predazord into the second match.
Yeah, matches can just go like that.
3,
It's sad.
2, 1.
Yeah, they barely spent.
For this. Check your achievements. How many easy achievements can you do? And we're about to go backwards because it's faster to go backwards with this thing. Let's do that. And as you can tell, that thing just bugged again. I told you to be quiet. You're not even playing music right now. You can see ever so often that thing is now just bugging. I don't know why it even wants to. It's just media player incapable of, for some reason, working right, even though it clearly is working right. Anyway, So, those that actually know what music titles I use, do we have any random suggestions we want to throw Antonio in for today? Reminder, it cannot be lyric. It can't have actual lyrics in it. So if anyone knows of the Guilty Gear songs, we can take some suggestions for today for that and see what happens. All claimed. Oh, well, I didn't say all claimed. You aren't finished with all of them. I'm saying check how many achievements you can actually do. Because not all of them are claimed, 100%. Like, see, there's an easy one, like just leveling up a certain assist to a higher level. So then just level up a common quickly. Anyway, now to make a compound clip. There we go. Drag the thing down. Anyway, also the next Pounders video. Bye. And then put that there. No, it's the guy that wants crystals. Like, use your commons, level them up, and see if they count to an achievement, because I literally on the video itself, I just got an achievement for leveling up a common assist to level 6, which gave 20 crystals. Video. Bye. And the first opponent. Niche. What about leader level 6?
KO. You lose.
There we go. Okay, so everything is cut. Now it's just music. Okay. There's no easy crystals I can think of unless your Play Store actually works when it comes to giving you free crystals based on playing other games. But remember, it's still based on luck, so you're not even guaranteed that, Nick. Okay, let's see about the usual theme I keep playing at the beginning of the videos. Okay, now can you stop bugging? Slash and welcome back to these wars. Same. Slash and welcome back to these wars. Same. Okay, good enough. Didn't bug that time. I think we'll take that one. It doesn't have anything other than a 2% attack and 2% HP, so it's not needed there. Only need to repeat it once before we go to the actual music in the video. So, just get that lined up. So, I'm going to mute the audio for now, or can I actually just move this thing up? No, I'll have to move the thing down. Be warned, it's going to be loud because I'm going to be trying to perfect sync it. What's a strike armor, breaker armor, talent? What? Okay. What specifically are you asking about that one? As a reminder, typed armor helps defend against specifically that attack. Okay? Pure armor is universal. You can it defends against breaker, strike, and defensive alongside super damage. It will never lower fire damage or Antonio's marks of light. Typed armor just reduces that specific armor an extra amount. It's the same thing as if you would have one extra armor. So the difference here is the fact that it's typed armor. So most of the time the talent trees actually give you more for one talent. So you normally find a 4% breaker armor talent. Normally you can find a 2% basic armor talent. So, yeah. So, yeah. Listen, if you're going to try and get the crystals, you do have an entire day. Okay, now we can put this thing back up. Max volume. So, I think we'll take that one. Hello, my name is Slash, and welcome back to Lazy Wars. Today, still, Forever Raid. As per usual, assist can be Red Ranger, and in this case, Antonius will gonna get help. Then we lower it. And in this case, Antonius will gonna get help. And the first opponent is Leo. Okay. Casey assist.
Go.
We're gonna get help. And the first opponent is Leo. Okay, let's see. What do we use first? What are we gonna begin with? Rokumon. Let's start with a samurai theme. Nick is basically among the stronger ones in the game right now, so you can see about it. In what way is the microphone low right now? If you're trying to refer to the video, no, it's not. We're gonna get help. And the first opponent's Leo, so we're gonna get help. And the nope, that was horrible. Okay, so I need a better transition than that type of one. Let's try this. We're gonna get help. And the first opponent's Leo. Okay. Can be Red Ranger, and in this case, Antonius will gonna get help. And the first opponent's Leo. Okay. Casey assist. What? Be aware, you're hearing the editing software, not me. Okay? Be warned of that. When it's quieter, it's because you're hearing this thing at actually a -6. This is what it's playing at. So, just remember that. Well, fair enough. This is gonna be next. Again. So, yeah. Talk louder how? You're already hearing the desktop at a decreased audio. And be aware, it's already peaking! So I don't know what you're hearing. Check your volume. Check yours. Yeah, because we're in the middle of fighting a Dane that's being weird, I'm gonna put Soul's theme. Give me a break. So, yeah. So, yeah. We're just waiting, and at this point, Barco Blur. We'll do a stun. With that, Barco Blade. Okay, now I have to wait for the Ollie assist. No. No rotation there. And you go for a block. Okay, Barco dash. 4004. They get launched, and then... No, just stop. You can go to the air again. Barco dash. Barco blur. I didn't time it, but no need.
KO.
Oh, Barco blade. No, fine. Sweep. Okay, next one. Let's see here. I'm not gonna put original bit today. I think we'll go with Spider's Thread. Sweep. Yeah. Sweep. Yeah. Even if I wanted to press it first. I've lost my primary slot again. Just stop. Just enough of that. And then you don't rotate. Removes 2 stacks. You can burn. It's pretty obvious. Poke twice. Yeah, you're just being dumb. You are just being dumb with that stupid type of rotation. Box of light! She slash! And just knocked him out! And back away. Go use Zordon. Actually, not. No. If Marionette can actually line up perfectly, then we can just put the outro with the more calmer music. Does it line up? Because we got a quite a we got a decently long outro. Yeah. Not a decent one, I would say. Sweep. 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 Yeah. Even if I wanted to press it first. I've lost my, Here we go, back row blur. And you can get stunned. There we go. Back row dash. Yeah. That's good. Didn't get the crits that the Ranger Slayer got. So, 15 stacks. Still only 4,080 for me. As long as I... And then we end with the ocean because this thing is a quiet one. It's fine for ending the video. It is daily what I end up using most of the time anyway. If anyone paid attention, it's mainly the music I use just because I want it just near the end when there's as long as I reach that while at 15 stacks. As long as I reach that while at 15 stacks on the opponent. Well, at least I get something then. Guaranteed knockout. Mastodon Sentry. You stole the wrong class! If I'm not mistaken, palette. Previous release on and have your throw streams at the end of videos receive the latest thumbnails as well as join the Random Ranger Alliance with priority. Anyway, also in the next Rangers video. Bye! Okay, now the question is whether or not I'm even allowed to export this thing. Because right now, everything is done there. There. The thing is done. The problem being, will it kill the stream? Because that's the only problem. Yeah, let's get rid of this stupid notification. Because all these things are open. Okay? We can put that back up. We have all the other stuff, this thing, okay? Let's see if I can use that. So right now, swap this to an easier one. View details? That doesn't help. That really doesn't help. Okay, we're gonna focus on... Well, something just broke there. Something broke. I pressed the details thing and all it did was that. So yeah, this is what we have right now. I'm hoping it didn't break anything already. So yeah, CPU-wise, that's already been taken. Memory-wise, network, obviously. You shut up. See, this is what I meant. This is what keeps doing. Whoops. There. That's what that does. And if I spin the thing around, it's gonna minimize everything, which is very horrible. Anyway,
Yeah, there's nothing else. We'll just see now. We'll see what this thing does. Memory. The CPU is about to be a problem, so what's it gonna be? I'm just gonna call it Samurai Forever Red for no reason. Because it is what it is. Add to render queue. Okay, here it is again. Okay, we're fine. It claims we're fine. Is Unity still open? Yes, it is. We'll go with this one. Alright, now we're just waiting for Unity to open. We're gonna deal with the thumbnail. And we don't need to worry about... Okay, there it goes. As I said, there goes the CPU. Especially since I'm now opening Unity, so that actually might be killing it further. Doesn't claim anything dropped. Which is also fine. Is what it claims. So I guess we're just waiting. We're stuck here waiting now. Flicked is here. Oh no, why is it saying error? Let me guess. Not receiving enough. You claim you're fine. Quit lying. Nah, we're just waiting. There, now it claims 100. But it'll be fine. We'll be done soon. It's rendering. It's 25%. It's not overclocking. It's just everything is working. Stream, rendering, all these things. The video is not exactly that large to begin with. That's why it is fine. But don't worry. We can close this now. We don't have to worry. We can close this and tell it to stop appearing. We can still wait for Unity to open so we can actually make the thumbnail. And be aware, you won't be seeing today's thumbnail because that was made in the other project, which is a more high definition one. Where do we send? Anyone want to vote where we send Antonio for today? I think we're going to go rooftops. I don't know why. I feel like it needs to be rooftops. Yeah, we get this one instead. We got this thumbnail instead. Yeah, I had to do this because you don't see from this side. It's a one-sided plane, so for the thumbnail, I had to do that. So let's just go to rooftops.
Be aware, I don't delete these things. So you see all these things just sitting here. Don't worry. It's not causing any performance issues. Until I press play and then it has to go through all of that and then not register them anyway. So let's make sure. Is it seeing 2? Is it seeing double? Yes, it is. It is seeing double. Like if I minimize it, that happens. But this window is separate. Like you're seeing double. If I drag this thing out, you guys don't see it. But if I drag it up, you can see the thing change. So Unity is currently on both a window capture and a desktop capture. There. Now it's on desktop capture. Now if I do this, you can see how I'm working with it. Like the camera's just in front of me, and then there. There's the camera. And I could use this once I'm done getting all the setup done, then I'd line the thing up like that. Plus, I don't need this to be that large. Physical camera, we'll just we'll go with 65 for now. And now we'll just, let's see. So first of all, we need Antonio. First things first is Antonio is needed. Why is the icons different? Makes sense. There we go. That's fixed. And once again, Lauren. Yeah, the theme for the video itself. I do not have a name for it yet. That's my only problem. Like that, so it's just another check-in. So any random thing can be its name, really. That fits what it's doing. The whole premise is collecting Forever Red, but we're also collecting the last corruption zone before the reset of ranked. Did I not use that one at all? Nah, reminder, we've already done similar, that type of thumbnail. As a reminder, let's go to Angel Grove quickly after the things finish saving. As a reminder, I already have I even used this thing recently in Angel Grove? I think I did. No. As a reminder, I already did this. What was the timing again? 0.6 or... I think it was 0.5. As a reminder, there's what this one ended up being. There's only one visual effect on screen. I mean, Daly is about to try and strike there, but they're ready. Alright, back to rooftops. Anyway, okay, it's just about finished. As you can tell, it should be done exporting now. There. It's done exporting. And watch. There, we're good now. We are good. Yeah, the video is exported. We can now close that entirely. Don't have to worry about it. There. Samurai Forever Red. 1.7 gigabytes only. It's not that great quality, but it's good enough. Ah, you stream no more audio for you. Anyway, I don't exactly have a thumbnail, but maybe I think I have something. The vision right now that I'm seeing is a double team of left and right, with these two attacking one enemy from both sides. Who is the victim, though? We'll answer that with... Where is it? There it is. No. That's not it either. Where is it? Oh. Bottom right? Yeah. Okay, so going by this, let's see here. We have the opponents we're working with. I am blind. There we go. One Leo. Tiger Tommy. Lothor. Leo. Dane. Leo. Jeez. Oh, wait, am I even supposed to be on rooftops though? Hold on a second. Yeah, rooftops is there. Yeah, the thing is, we already made Leo the victim too many times. That's what I'm saying. Like, he's just that common to the point that he's just the only victim that keeps appearing. Ranger Slayer, Lothor, and Leo. Those three appeared as opponents on rooftop. Okay? And I think Tiger Tom... Zeo... Dino Thunder Tommy. Yeah. The only problem is only one of them was a win. That's the only problem. The only... Actually, no. I don't think any of them were wins. Wait. I go to rooftops, get beaten up. Okay, then who is it? Dino Thunder Tommy. Lothor. Leo. Or who was the last one? Ranger Slayer. These were the three people that were fought on rooftops. Yeah, Orico is not gonna be an option. No, no. He killed Antonio in 3 attacks because it was a technical mismatch metal dropper. So none of these are technical victims in the thumbnail. It's just more like we need to put this one. Yeah, just because he's sticking out doesn't mean anything. It's just more like which one works better. Because the lighting will be fixed once done. I'm gonna envision all of them with their special tricks. Leo, I see nothing. Lothar, I am seeing an attempt to fly away while blasting. Jonathan and Tommy? I see nothing. Ranger Slayer. No, this thing, it is a clash, but it is a victim at the same time. I'm just saying it's more like it's a 2v1, but it's not really a victim. Ranger Slayer I'm seeing as a bomb rain. So we're killing 2 of them. How did that happen? There we go. So these are our options. Ranger Slayer or Lothar. It's between these 2. It's now only the villains anyway. Half villain. Ranger Slayer is both good and evil. I don't know why. I actually feel like Ranger Slayer should be used instead. I'm seeing the vision is more clear with Ranger Slayer than with Lothar's. And that being said, Ranger Slayer's one can actually have a little bit of extra detail where they're cutting the arrows that's coming at them. So there's that.
It's not a big deal.
But at the same time, Lothar can get can blast a laser that they can try and block as well. So it really is a 50-50 between them. Eh. Martial artist versus samurai. I think we'll keep it like that. That is the wrong texture.
I'm sorry about that. You thought it through. I don't have to think about it. How dare those who believe? What about you? When I'm older, do I do anything? I want to keep it that way.
Yes and no, because it can't work that way. As I said, it's a 2v1, we can't have it be a full-on victim. I see stairs. I see stairs. It's incomplete now. Annoying. Not good enough. The stairs don't flow with this thing. More him jumping. We start with the stairs, but he's more jumping down from them. It's essentially what it would end up being. Now let's just give them a base animation that I can adjust from. First of all, we'll grab Lothar. So I'm thinking Windwalk Rain with him blasting first. Or we can see about a Shattering Flight. No, it's a thumbnail. There's no animation. It is the thumbnail. I use the animations of the characters to get to work off of. Yeah. 2.5. Lauren. Okay. I'm gonna have to swap them. I see Lothar being deflected by Antonio since he's actually fighting him. And we're gonna have Lauren light up her weapon with fire. No. Title is still unknown. $1.5. And then Lauren's gonna be lighting her weapon. Like, this is just Fire Slash, but we're not going to use that. That's the only thing she has, but we're not going to use that for today because it's a basic thing. Instead, we're going to use the Fire Sword Charge. Frame 27 seems good. Great. Here he goes again. The same dumb bug appears. You can see what it is trying to do. See the notification? That's what I kept just yelling at while in the middle of matches. Yes, clearly we have problems. No, we don't. There, everything has been adjusted. Now they've rearranged where they were, but now they're in a different pose. The base pose I can work off better.
get back to dice one night meditate. Kingdom come is all I will take. You can't live for suicide. That sure is out of the evil king. Please show me what is it. Forget how you want to do.
Might be too high. Might not end up being able to use the stairs by comparison.
Two, three, four, five, get back or die. The night is easy now. There's no form to reality dream. The world was not in one piece. Neither will back in all of the saints. Please show me what's not for me. No, I'm not forgotten who I am. Oh, tell me there's still time. We have lost nothing yet. I just can't lose my pride over nothing. Meaning of memories about to change. I just can't lose my pride over nothing. I will not really help and stand by my side.
Some of the smaller details will never be seen, mostly, but you never know. Because I picked the camera angle anyway.
Till it's over. My heart, soul is out there.
Nah, we'll see when it gets used. That looks weird. Antonio's pose is in a very weird situation as well. He's a little too stretched.
arm is not good enough. The camera angle is not working with me here. I need to have his arm be visible with his the swoosh needs to be appearing behind it while the laser deflects into it. So I need to line that up. So I don't think we're gonna need the stairs anymore. We're just gonna leave him in front of them, making it seem like he jumped off of them. In reality, he didn't really. Plus, I think this is too wide of a camera now. So back down to 65. What do you mean? What broke? Now we're gonna have a fake floor. That's all I'm gonna say. Those arms do not work. The arm is hurt badly. Yeesh. There's a very simple fix. No, it hurts the other one then. And yes, I know I'm using position, so it actually is a problem. But even then. Even with that. Yeah, be warned that those are false. You know, you're gonna get caught later on. If they're still uploading that and claiming it to be non-copyrighted, it's you just know that they're just wrong. They're gonna strike you eventually. That's why I swapped Guild Gear music. Yeah. They claim it's non-copyrighted. It is false. They've already claimed a bunch of my ones from videos that they claimed were were completely copyright-free. Yeah, you lied. Too bad it was only streams, but even then. There. Fixed it. The arm is not as bad anymore. From that angle. From this one, however. From here, it looks like that. From here, you can see what it looks like. Anyway, at this point, I think we're gonna use the legs as a jump. We're gonna use the jumping legs instead. Even though it does and doesn't work. Who knows if it'll appear, but we'll see. Doesn't do something. Wide stance over there. This one does work. Okay, so I think we have the base poses done. I think we have the base poses done. Maybe I'll have to fix Lauren's arms again, but we'll see. We'll see. Got a few copyright claims is what's happened with yours. Not strikes yet. Anyway, now we can add Antonio's things. No. Not that one. Not today. Okay, yeah. Both of them are the exact same. The one's just on the inside. Okay.
Well, I'm in the day, have a good time. Cool in the night, have a good time. That's what I keep on saying till I lose my mind. Feel like a man in a series, shine like a moon in the last sky. Can you believe it till the end of your life?
Yeah, might as well.
That's enough for satisfaction. Ready, go ahead, have fun. No need of explanation. What's worth of nothing? What's worth of nothing? Surely that doesn't matter. Storyteller. What's worth of nothing? What's worth of nothing? Oh no, it doesn't matter. So we will never lose. That I can never be taller.
There we go.
That you love someone other just 'cause you think you know me. Don't try to change my mind. Happiness of seeing a newborn. All future that could be dreamed.
There we go. That's Antonio's VFX. And now we go to Lauren's. Give her a flaming weapon. I'll start it maybe eventually. Maybe not today. I'd rather wait for another balance patch. One that's actually good. Point 3. Okay. Everything else is just a glow.
She knew it all. It's a fleeting dream. No one
No, I want the balance patch for whenever one of those new... The list can easily be done, but then the balance patch happens, and then all of a sudden now you have to redo that character.
It's a fleeting dream. No hands can touch the sun. If you cannot stop this pathetic time, oh, bring back. All I need is proof that I live. Take me to the end of the world. Is that a mercy
cameras. Anyway, there's some red and not and yellow. Now we're going to quickly alter Lothor's pose slightly with his right hand. There we go. And be aware, after we're done with this Stanley, we can enhance it further with some lighting. The fact that Casual Tuesday hasn't even begun yet. Yep. There. Red, yellow, purple. That we have. And now, it's time to add the VFX for those things. And it's back. As I said, that thing's just there again. There we go. Maybe at the same time. I don't know about that one. Seems like a good one. Break the broken. Good try that. That one seems decent. Try to remember it and not forget it. What do you mean you can't think? Also, as mentioned before, as you can tell by the viewer amount, not many people care about the thumbnails. People actually cared more about the editing than anything else. That's all I'm going to point out. The thumbnail, however, as you can clearly tell, is a no. Mostly.
Anyway, and then projectile, because it's going to be directly from his hand as a laser. Right onto the weapon. Ah, come on, it has a trail, so I need to adjust that. Yeah, well, it's how it is. Now we need some sparks. We're gonna need a red one. Yeah, hello, Clouded. Quite late, I could say. There's that. And now, there's a very special trick we can use from here. I think that's everything. I think that's everything. So now we can do a very special trick. It's called lights. And we can also change some shading if we really have to. It's 11 PM for me. If we really have to, we can change the shader afterwards. That's all I'm gonna say.
once there everything comes true. I've heard of such a dreamy place. Do you think my broken wings will heal? Hope so, 'cause I can't.
And then one more light at Lothor.
Why, well, I wonder if this rain will stop one day. Someone's been crying all along. No worries, there's only
If it'll even register.
so I can't get lost.
Too many lights at once.
All I have to do is walk. Place by the name of heaven.
Nah, just too small.
Everyone is waiting in a very long line. Place by the name of heaven. There's a comforting light. I don't hesitate, just be guided. I wonder how far I have come, and what have I ever done? Alright, well, I'm sure I'll be there soon. All I have to do is walk. Placed by the name of heaven, the promised land. I wonder what was waiting for me. Placed by the name of heaven, there's a comfort in that. I don't hesitate, just be
Anyway, that's what we have for now. Let me just do one more light for his other hand, though.
heart for a long time. When did I stop flying? Is it a waste of name of heaven, the promised land? Can I find myself again?
Good enough. Okay. It seems a little too purple, though. Too pink. But this is where I can I'm gonna test something. Let's see what we have here. Let's test their special shaders. I'm trying to avoid hitting the VFX. And Antonio gets a little too dark. Kind of. And then we can give it to Lothor. Like, Lauren looks a lot better, I would say. Give me a bit of glistening. But let's see what we got with Lothor. Because he actually doesn't have one of those textures. I had to give him one. Go away. He doesn't wear armor, so this doesn't work for him for reasons. It just makes him look very metallic. So maybe not him. The thing is, maybe not Antonio either. Only Lauren. Maybe only Lauren. Antonio might be also the one that doesn't need the change as well. So then Antonio's mask proceeds not to do something. And yes, I know these things aren't casting shadows. On purpose. Anyway. There. Now where you have the title. Was it 17? Or was it 16? 17. The upload isn't bugging anything, right? No, it's not. It looks like it is slowed down on the upload speed, which is kind of annoying.
Oh, I haven't saved it yet. Yes, you participated. You're not the first. I'll just leave it on the screen for now quickly. Give me a moment. Since I need to open up another software, which... meh. I just realized I missed that. Yeah, never mind. We're not done. What do you think's missing? We'll put it in the middle. I did the thing I needed to, so I can move the thing back to the other display. Why is there an optical illusion? Or rather, it's very disorientating. Because the background is rotated, it looks like the word is rotated slightly, even though it's flat. Even though it is also rotated. It's very weird looking. There we go. Again. Yeah, you see? That's clearly what happens. The other monitor is doing that. So I can see the chat at the top of the screen whenever need to. Magic him for crits. You only get it once, so it's decently at least useful for raids. Just a mini bridge for every character.
There we go. How large is the file? Okay, it's small enough. There. The upload is there. It's unlisted. Processing. Okay, we're good. We have that. It's up to that point. Now let's see what description I need to give it. Okay, it was Flicked who came up with the title. Alright. Yeah. I'll be putting this at the end. There. Okay, so right now, oh, come on. Again, this is why I always put a line there, so I can press the save so it can do its job. Now I need to think of the description. Like there, it's just the back to the BlueStack setup. Nah. Because it is just another chicken. How is that? Is that really not claiming to be a word? The videos themselves. Even though the videos themselves. Like, fine. Guess not. Even though the videos themselves.
we go. Still checking. So it's not going to be uploaded until it's done checking. Okay, rather it is, but it's taking its time. So that's done. Yes, everything is based on perspective. Always remember that you do not care what you do not see, because you can see here. Whatever you don't see, you don't need to care how it's placed. Maybe when it comes to if there's a light placed in a specific way, but you can see how off the fire is. You can see what it looks like. See how it looks over there. Looks like there. Looks over here. The sparks in the front of it, alongside the glow being in front of it further. All the perspective relation stuff. Wait. We're gonna have to fix the thumbnail, don't we? We're gonna have to fix the thumbnail. Great. It's missing. Why? And how? I never pressed it. Okay then. Once again. Once again. Yep. Guess I'm gonna delete these two, because there's no point in keeping them. Nothing else missing? Doesn't look like it. Again with that stupid thing appearing. Let's go fix that problem. Thumbnail is wrong. Fix that. G. There. It's still checking, yes. There, now we can see his glowing hand. For some dumb reason that got disabled. Why? And now it's taking its time to save. I don't know if it's actually going to save then.
Okay, that allowed me to close, so let me check. It's not there. No. The thumbnail being wrong doesn't normally happen. There actually was one recently though, that's not... I think it was a stream one. I can't remember. It might have been one of the Black Dragon thumbnails that actually got VFX deleted as well. Like this one, I think, had something go missing. But by the looks of it, I don't think so. Anyway. That's done. Videos will be ready to go up by the time we're done here, I think. Okay. Not wrong. I opened the wrong thing. We might get a bit of annoyance from Riot. Yeah, there he goes. Okay, can I cancel the attempt? It's gonna try and update. Nope. No, you will not. You will not update. Anyway, this is obviously the other ult. But we're not going to do anything with it. What we need to do is just start unlocking the Mega Morph bots. Done. I do nothing else. Okay, so that video will go up the moment it's done checking, which will be after the stream is complete. And I think that'll be good. Technically there is a Joel video, which I haven't released yet. Reasons is animations as well. So, yeah. Nine animations. They are simple. I just don't have the energy to deal with them. The video is mostly cut already, and I just need to make 9 animations for every loss. So, there we go. All checks complete. I got the notification on my iPad. So, the moment this ends... Let's see here. That's the thing. I don't know. I don't know if I want to. Yeah, it's automatically placed. Those were automatically placed. So, yeah. I think we're done for today. Schedule this. We'll... 11 minutes. There. Okay, so the video will be up in 11 minutes. For now, we're just on the screen. You don't see anything else. We go to this one, same thing. You don't see anything else. So, yeah. Predazor's here. tells you. And that's all for today, I would say. We did what we needed to. Everything's done there. Joel's animations. If I have the energy to deal with things, I will do his 9 animations on stream. But you guys will have to care about it in the first place, just so you know. Not the small minority of people that just show up. At least a few more people need to care about it. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, that's all for today. Thank you for those that did join, that were here as well during the ranked, and those that stuck around for the thumbnail and the video editing. Yeah, I think that's it. Goodbye. I forgot to close my curtains.